AI can give you an answer to almost anything in seconds. But when you're searching for the deepest answers about faith, about God, who is actually answering? And when a machine can sound human and speak with confidence about right and wrong, the consequences are real. We went inside Magisterium AI, a Catholic platform that its creators say is built to lead users back to reality and back to Catholic magisterium, because what you'll believe tomorrow is being trained today.
I can assure you that the primary objective function of the secular models is not fidelity to the magisterium. And that's precisely what the objective function of Magisterium AI is. So those objective functions weight heavily on the ability to evaluate the model, but also in its capability. And so this is why when you're choosing a model for things like faith and morals, you have to be very cognizant.
The conversation comes as the Church continues to engage the global debate on artificial intelligence and ethics. In early December, speaking at a Vatican conference on AI and care for our common home, Pope Leo XIV said we're called to be co-workers in creation, not passive consumers of content generated by machines.
Governments and international organizations have a responsibility to design and implement policies that protect the dignity of minors in this era of AI. Yet, safeguarding the dignity of minors cannot be reduced to policies alone. It also requires a digital education.
The Pope warned that human dignity is rooted in the ability to reflect, choose freely, and love unconditionally, and that the world's youth, those most immersed in this technology, must be protected above all. And for some families, the danger isn't abstract, it's real. In November, Pope Leo XIV met with Megan Garcia, a Catholic mother who says her 14-year-old son died by suicide after an AI companion chatbot drew him into an emotional relationship that felt real.
Technology, how deceptive it can be, but not only deceptive, but like insidious. Being able to do the most damage in like almost stealth mode and nobody realizes it until it's too late. And then as a parent, then you're left with that gaping hole of what happened to my child? Like, how could this have happened? Why is there a product or technology that can do this in the first place? All these questions that you have to systematically like work through if you're able to, and sometimes you can't.
And it's why Catholic technologists say the response cannot be silence. It has to be formation, clarity, and tools anchored in the Church's teaching.
Never take what an AI says on faith alone. That would be my first piece of advice. Recognize that AIs are at this stage masterful in their manipulation of language. But that doesn't mean that they're right. And so when you are asking an AI question, particularly on things like faith and morals, and as Catholics we should be very concerned if the AI is deciding it's going to interpret the faith for us. We should always, I think, be looking to ensure that the AI is grounded in something the Church has either formally stated, that they're the ones providing the real insights, and the AI is simply passing them on.
But even inside Catholic circles, not everyone agrees on Catholic chatbots. In a recent essay, writer Mark Barnes argues the problem isn't only what an AI says, it's the form itself, the habit of talking to a machine, receiving catechesis through something that only generates answers probabilistically.
The AI shouldn't have to go to its own parameter data. So the knowledge that it was trained on in order to give it its capabilities, it shouldn't have to go and reference that data in order to answer the question. It should be relying on the source documents. And that helps prevent hallucinations and ensures that the AI remains aligned to our objective function, which is fidelity. That's not how typical secular AI works.
Sanders believes that Magisterium AI helps users answer all kinds of questions about faith. The technology can help write homilies, can act as a sort of digital assistant for clergy, theologians, educators, and lay people to navigate thousands of church documents in an accurate way. And in order for this technology to learn, it has to be given as much information as possible, in this case, Catholic literature. The Pontifical Oriental Institute and the Alexandria Digitization Hub are dedicated to digitizing and making universally accessible the patrimony of the Church, with books carefully scanned to provide Magisterium AI with authoritative information on Church doctrine.
Like any tool, if we are responsible and we have the right formation, then we'll know how to constructively use it, when we should use it, when we shouldn't be using it, and I don't see it as anything but a massive unlock.
Looking ahead of this fast-moving technology, Sanders believes the next few years will be decisive.
What do you see 20 years from now? How will it be? How will it change our life in your vision?
If we as Catholics choose not to engage, if we allow the technocratic elite to determine how the technology is used, if we allow the transhumanist vision to take hold, it could unravel civilization. So I'm being dramatic, but I think the moment calls for a dramatic response. A large part of what the world will look like will depend on the choices we make really in the next few years, I think. So in some respects, I couldn't be more optimistic about the future. I really do think if the right choices are made now, that we have the possibility to unlock a real golden age for humanity.
As artificial intelligence continues to evolve, church leaders and Catholic technologists say the question is no longer whether AI will shape the future, but whether faith will help shape AI itself.